Do you know how much sugar you consume in a day and its effects on your body? Well, let's talk about that. On average, a person living in the United States consumes about 22 teaspoons of added sugars every day. That's almost 4 times the daily limit recommended by the American Heart Association, which is around 6 teaspoons for women and 9 for men. But where does all this sugar come from? You're probably thinking about the usual suspects: desserts, candies, and soft drinks. While these are definitely high in sugar, there are also many hidden sources of sugar in our diets that we might not be aware of. Take bread, for instance. We typically think of bread as a savory food, but many varieties, especially processed ones, contain added sugar. The same goes for many types of salad dressings, pasta sauces, and even some types of meat like processed ham or turkey. And let's not forget about beverages. A lot of us start our day with a cup of coffee or tea, sweetened with sugar or flavored syrup. Even that healthy-looking fruit juice you had for breakfast might be packed with more sugar than you'd expect. Now, let's talk about the recommended daily sugar intake by health authorities. The World Health Organization suggests that no more than 10% of our daily calories should come from sugars. For an average adult, this translates to about 50 grams or 12 teaspoons of sugar per day. But here's the kicker. This recommendation includes all sugars, not just the added ones. That means the sugar in fruits, vegetables, and milk counts towards this limit. So if you're trying to reduce your sugar intake, you'll need to take into account both the hidden and the obvious sources of sugar. Now that we know where sugar hides in our diets, let's delve into what it does to our bodies. Ever felt that afternoon slump after a sugary lunch? There's a reason for that. When we consume sugar, our bodies quickly convert it into glucose, which our cells use for energy. This sudden influx of glucose spikes our blood sugar levels, giving us that familiar burst of energy. But here's the catch. This energy surge is short-lived. Our bodies, in an attempt to maintain balance, release insulin to help cells absorb the excess glucose. This process, known as an insulin response, can cause a rapid drop in blood sugar levels, resulting in that all-too-familiar energy crash. This roller coaster of high and low energy can hinder our daily activities and productivity. That's why you may feel sluggish after a high-sugar meal or find it hard to concentrate in the afternoon. So, sugar may give us a quick energy boost, but it's followed by a crash that leaves us more tired than before. But sugar's effects go beyond just our energy levels. When we consume sugar in high quantities, it can lead to a cascade of health problems. Let's start with diabetes, a disease that affects millions of people worldwide. High sugar intake, particularly in the form of sugary drinks, can overload the pancreas, forcing it to produce more insulin to keep blood sugar levels in check. Over time, the body can become resistant to insulin, leading to type 2 diabetes. Now let's talk about heart disease. Consuming too much sugar can lead to weight gain, which increases the risk of heart disease. But the connection goes even deeper. High sugar intake can increase blood pressure and inflammation, and also lead to the development of fatty liver disease. These factors can contribute to the hardening and narrowing of the arteries, a condition known as atherosclerosis, which is a major risk factor for heart disease and stroke. The link between sugar and obesity is also quite evident. Consuming foods high in added sugars often means taking in more calories than necessary, without getting the essential nutrients our bodies need. This can lead to weight gain and obesity, which in turn increases the risk of other health problems like heart disease and diabetes. Finally, let's not forget about our teeth. Sugar is the main culprit behind tooth decay. Bacteria in our mouths feed on sugars, producing acids that erode tooth enamel, leading to cavities and a host of dental issues. As delicious as that piece of chocolate cake or can of soda may be, it's essential to understand the potential health risks that come with high sugar consumption. It's not about completely eliminating sugar from our diets, but rather being mindful of the amount we consume. As we can see, high sugar consumption can have serious implications for our health. So the next time you reach for that sweet treat, remember the potential risks and ask yourself if it's worth it. But don't despair. Reducing your sugar intake can lead to significant health improvements. And it's not as hard as it sounds. A few simple changes to your diet can make a world of difference. Let's start with reading food labels. It's surprising how many everyday items contain hidden sugars. Manufacturers often use various names for sugars, such as fructose, glucose, and sucrose. Also, beware of words ending in O's, as they're often another form of sugar. Knowledge is power, and knowing what's in your food can help you make healthier choices. Next, opting for whole foods is a great way to reduce your sugar intake. Whole foods are foods that have been processed or refined as little as possible and are free from additives or other artificial substances. They include fresh fruits, vegetables, legumes, nuts, and whole grains. Not only are these foods low in sugar, but they're also packed with essential nutrients that your body needs. Now, let's talk about beverages. Drinks can be a major source of hidden sugars. A can of soda, for instance, contains about 9 teaspoons of sugar. That's more than the recommended daily limit. Instead, try drinking water, herbal tea, or unsweetened fruit juices. You'd be surprised how quickly your taste buds adapt to less sweet alternatives. And remember, reducing sugar doesn't mean you can't enjoy sweet treats. There are plenty of natural sweeteners out there, like honey, maple syrup, and dates, which can be used in moderation to satisfy your sweet tooth. Lastly, don't forget to take it slow. Changing dietary habits is a process, and it's okay to have a little sugar now and then. The goal is to gradually reduce your intake, not to completely cut it out overnight. Remember, it's not about eliminating sugar completely, but about finding a healthier balance. Your body will thank you for it. Enjoyed learning about the hidden sugar in your diet and its impact on your health? Well, there's more where that came from. We regularly post videos chock full of interesting facts and practical health tips. So don't hesitate, hit that subscribe button right now. And while you're at it, make sure to tap the notification bell too. That way, you'll stay updated on all our new videos. You wouldn't want to miss out on our future content, would you? Stay tuned for more sweet but deadly facts. Remember, knowledge is power, especially when it comes to your health.